Tony freaking Fonte. How you doing? I said, how you doing? I help people laugh through life. By doing so, they find the happiness and the freedom that they desire, allowing them to create a life that they love and get freaking excited about. That's what I do. Today's message, I want to talk to you about being offended. More specifically, I want to talk to you about how to stop being offended. And by how when we stop being offended and we become aware of how people are offended and why and where it all comes from, we gain this new insight, this new awareness of what's really going on and how to let that go so that we can laugh through life no matter what's going on and have a ton of fun along the entire journey. If this is for you, if this resonates with you and you want to learn more and this is intriguing to you, don't go nowhere. I'll be right back.
I've been waiting for the world to spin my way. I've been waiting for a glance.
All right, welcome back. Let's dive right into the message of stop being offended. Did you get offended when I said stop being offended? Is that why you're here going, motherfucker, I'm going to tell this guy to piss off and kiss my ass telling me to stop being offended? Anyway, chances are, if you're offended by it anyway, you're probably scrolling wrong. And if you did leave a message, it's great. It's great content for me. Anyway, I want to talk about stop being offended, what it really means to be offended. Why? Let me step back. I went right into that really quickly. Let me ask the question of why do we get offended in the first place? Where does it even come from? Why do we feel the way we feel when certain topics, certain things? And why do people get offended over the many different things? Where some people are offended, they're okay with it, and other people are extremely offended. Some people are here and there, and some are mediocre, and then there's other things that go on that we can find funny, someone else can find funny, and someone just gets really pissed off. And you see in society, in culture now, more than ever, how people are offended at everything. I can't stress this enough. The more offended you are by everything, the more joy, the more peace, the more freedom you will experience on an exponential level. The more people are going to love you. So be offended by everything. And you will have so much fun. Everything. And when we dive deep into what it means to be offended, like, I'm offended by that. I'm offended you said that word. I'm offended you're wearing that. I'm offended that you believe this way. I'm offended you believe this. What's really going on is, hey, I don't like the way this makes me feel, so I need you to do something in order for me to feel good. I'm offended that you're a millennial. I'm offended that you're a baby boomer. You can't even work technology, asshole. Oh yeah? Well, I'm offended that there's a generation that hasn't even been thought of yet. I'm offended at that generation because it's going to fuck something up. It pisses me off. It upsets me. It angers me. It rages me. It saddens me. And a host of other emotions. And we've been conditioned to think that everything we need to feel good about ourselves to create happiness within comes from outside. Wow. Comes from the outside. And that if we can get and really bend the will of everyone in society in the world, bend the will of them to meet our will, we'll feel good. I have found the greatest peace and happiness in my life because I have been offended by everything. I go throughout my day being offended, and it brings me so much peace and so much happiness. And that is my gift to the world, is to be offended and make sure they know about it so they can be themselves, continuing to be themselves. But really, where does it come from? Why is it people are offended over different things? What creates that? And it's not because they're a Karen or a Joe or a John or a Susan or a boomer. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the stories that we've bought into ourselves when we perceive something a certain way. It comes in by the stories that we've been conditioned to believe that have been passed on to us from generation to generation. So we go through life thinking that we have to have the will of the world bend to us so that we feel good. And we gotta look outside of us, and you see many messages that I talk about how everything is outside of us, how we think and condition, and you see it in the media, in the news, and commercials, and everything, and religions, many religions, not all religions, but many religions, how you got to do a certain thing, how everything's outside of you, and you got to move and create and force, and you got to grind. I mean, everything has been in this position, in this paradigm, that we have to do these things outside of us. We have these things outside of us. In order for us to feel good, we have to attain a certain level of something outside of us to feel good. But what happens when shit falls apart? In the last 2 years, you've seen everything fucking fall apart. And everybody's trying to stammer to get everybody to believe a certain way and to do a certain way and behave and act a certain way. And if you don't do what the norm, when I say the norm, what the masses are trying to conform us to, then you're this outsider and there's something wrong with you and you need to be fixed. And then you have these separations of people believing one way and people believe over here and calling names and all this other stuff. And what's really going on is the bullshit stories that we bought into. And that's it. And we have this codependent, this unhealthy, toxic codependent relationships going on with people all around us in our culture and society and people that we relate to on social media, everything. And it has nothing to do with those people. Never has, never will. And the fact that we're offended has nothing to do with them. Has nothing to do with what they're doing. It has everything to do with the stories, the traumas, and everything, the pain, and everything that we are holding on to and storing energetically in our bodies. I'm offended that you're smoking and you're smoking around me. It's offensive to my sniffer. I'm offended that you smell so good. What the fuck smell is that? Clean? I'm offended that you're sad. How selfish of you to bring me down like that. Damn. And we've been taught and conditioned through media, through drugs, alcohol, and everything else outside of us, some stimulus outside of us to numb our pain. And we try to manipulate and control people to get them to do what we want them to do in order us to feel good. And that's what's going on. When someone's saying, I'm offended by that. You need to change that. You need to stop that. Instead of going, why am I offended by that? That's the deeper question. Reflect back within. Why am I offended by that? What's really going on here? Can I let that go? How long have I been holding on? Is that something that I bought into? Well, obviously I bought into. Is that something that I created? Or is it something that I bought into from generations when I was a young kid and it just passed on? Is it how I perceived something happening? So therefore, I believed it a certain way because I saw it this way and I felt it this way. So therefore, that's how it is. And now I'm trying to get everything outside of me to match what I want. For me, I find complete joy in being offended by absolutely everything. I mean, it makes me feel so at home. It's so peaceful. And I can live completely because I'm offended by everything. But here's the greatest experience that I have found is that those who are close to me, those who are around me, they find joy in me being offended too. They feel, because I get offended so easily, that they can be themselves. They can unwind, they can relax, and be fully themselves because I get offended so easily. It allows them to open up even more. And they find joy in that. I mean, take a look at your own life and raise your awareness to how you feel, the excitement and passion you feel because everything offends you. I mean, try not to be offended by everything and see how miserable you are. But seriously, go around your whole day and see what offends you and see where you can find offense. That's living, really living, when you can scope out and intentionally find offense in everything, in what everybody says, and what they're wearing, and what they're doing, everything. Just find offense. Watch people flock to you. Watch it. You being offended has nothing to do with anybody, anything, anyone. It has everything to do with you and what you are holding on to. That's it. And when you begin to ask that question of, why am I offended? Why am I holding on to this story? Where did this story come from? Now you can jump down the rabbit hole and begin going down the spiral to see where it came from and begin letting it go. Begin letting those go and letting all that go. And as you let go of being offended, which, by the way, all we're doing is passing judgment onto somebody else on what they're doing or how they're acting or how they're behaving or not behaving. We're passing judgment. I'm offended that she's so hot. How dare her make me feel my own insecurities? What kind of bullshit is that? I'm offended that he's better looking than me. What a dick. And when we're just saying we're offended by someone else, really what we're saying is that's something about me that I don't like. It's making me uncomfortable, so I want you to stop it. I don't like the way it makes me feel about myself. I don't like the way it makes me feel inside. So therefore, I need you to stop it to make me feel better. I've said that, and I'm restating it again because it's that freaking important. Because this is what we do. Oh, hey, Kyber.
I'm offended.
What?
I'm offended.
Offended about what?
I'm offended that you just said hi to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm offended that you're offended.
Well, I'm offended that you're offended that you said hi to me.
Well, I'm offended that you're offended that I'm offended that you're offended. How about that?
Whatever.
Oh, I used to get offended over many things. I know that's hard to believe. I used to. Now I look back and I'm like, Hey, Tony, do you need a job? If so, I have the perfect job for you. What makes you think that I need a job? How do you know what's perfect for me? I'm offended that you think I need a job. I'm also offended that you think that the job would be perfect for me. I have triggers on things, which being offended is just a trigger. That's it. It's a trigger that has a very powerful label attached to it, a powerful energy and emotion attached to it. That's it. And when you shift the meaning, you shift the story, and you take the power away from the meaning of that label of being offended, and you take it away and you bring it back to yourself, now you gain your power back. Now you gain your freedom back. Now you gain your happiness. If we are a society in a world that continues to going on to being offended by everything like you're seeing and trying to cancel people, cancel things, cancel this, versus figuring out why we feel the way we feel and healing that within. And as we heal that within, it allows that energy to be reciprocated, to be pushed out to other people. And then that begins. Now I'm talking like I don't even know how I'm talking. It sets off and triggers in a good way this explosion and this ripple effect of power and energy, allowing people to heal and heal and heal and heal and heal. And that shifts the dynamics of community. So instead of trying to force somebody, to force your will onto somebody to get them to do what you want, figure out what's going on within you and being okay with no matter what the hell is going on. I'm offended that you have that nice car. I'm offended that you have money. Oh, well, I'm offended that your ass is broke. And then creating change from that place. Sustainable change, laws and everything else are not going to make hate go away. It's not going to make everybody do what you want them to do. It's not going to make all this negative energy go away. It starts with us. It starts with you. It starts with me doing the work, the deep shadow work. Going deep within, facing our own enemies, which is ourself. And as we do that, we find the freedom. We stop being triggered so much. We stop projecting those triggers. We stop projecting our offense onto somebody else. We shift the meanings, we shift the stories, we change it. That's how we create change in the world. First with us, then with those around us, then it becomes a world phenomena. Oh, I just offended myself for saying that. Fuck. Get your ass in timeout, Tony. Fine, whatever. That's how we do it. Instead of projecting being offended onto somebody else, instead of projecting your judgment of yourself onto somebody else, bring it within. Transmute that, transcend that darkness into light, into beauty, into magic, and watch your world just unfold beautifully in front of you. Watch how you're able to have more fun when you're less offended. You're less judgmental, you're less triggered, and you're more aware of what's going on. And you're more aware that when your reality is a reflection of your inside world in the first place, and your reaction to it is because something is unhealed inside you. That's it. It's a story that you're holding on to. That's it. And when you shift and you heal, now you can be out in the world again and people can say the same things and you're not reactive to it. That's how you know you're healed. When you're not reactive to that thing. I'm offended that you don't know the difference between Hispanic and Latin American. Obviously, those are two different cultures. Maybe you should get off the couch and go freaking experience culture for once in your life. Your blatant ignorance to this fact offends the shit out of me. I'm offended that you travel. And each time you are reactive, you're like, oh, okay, I got more to heal here. And you keep doing that. Man, can you imagine the world if more and more people were less offended, less canceling, less pissed off, less angry, less manipulative? Can you imagine that? I can, and I believe it's possible. And I'm doing my part. This is why I'm doing these videos. This is why I'm doing my messages. This is why I help people heal. This is why I help people laugh through life. This is why I help people find the happiness and the love and the freedom that they desire. If you want true fucking freedom, let go of the things that are creating the offense inside you. You're really offended by yourself. That's it. I'm laughing because I'm going to hear some people going, oh, fuck no. Who the hell is this crazy motherfucker? I'm offended that you just laughed because I was offended. Really, though, it's all an inside job. And I know some of you are resonating with this right now, going, wow, I didn't see it that way. Or maybe you weren't really offended by many things, but you're triggered by other people who are offended. And that's something to look at. Why are you triggered by someone else being offended? Myself included. It's a great question and great reminder for myself. Why am I offended by what they're doing? Why am I offended that they're offended? Why am I passing judgment on them? What in me do I not like that they're projecting onto me? Is it the inner child screaming and throwing a tantrum because it's not fucking seen and heard? There we go. That's a good one to look at, huh? Always look within. That's it. And when you do, things shift. Now you can begin having fun, like I said. Along the entire process, the entire journey, you're laughing through life. You have happiness and freedom, true happiness and freedom. And now you're creating a life you love and you wake up excited no matter what the fuck is going on. How beautiful and magical is that? I'm offended that you're so fucking positive. How dare you make me aware of my own negativity? I'm offended that you're so fucking confident. What an asshole. That's what it's about. All right, that's all I got for you. Talk to you soon. All right, you know what to do. If you haven't done so already, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button if this video resonated with you. And hit the little bell notificator, bing, to be notified when new videos drop. Also, if this video resonated with you, let me know. I want to hear. I want to hear how this has served you, how it's helped you. I want to know what resonated with you in this video. Just drop it below in the comments. Two more things. If you want to support the Laughing Through Life movement, it's not a philosophy, it's a freaking movement to spread laughter, to help people heal so they can have more fun, laugh through life in every circumstance. If this resonates with you, click the link below. You can support by grabbing a t-shirt. I'm going to be adding some new things into as well, like hats and hoodies. And maybe some long sleeve t-shirts as well. I'm contemplating that. But you can support the movement. And on the back of these shirts, Why ain't you laughing? Why ain't you laughing? Laughing through life. Why ain't you laughing? That's a great question to ask yourself, and also to show you support when people are out there. Why ain't I laughing? To help spread the movement. Click the link, grab your tea, and thank you for your support. Boom. All right, second thing I want to talk about is this. If you're ready to go deeper, if you're ready to dive deeper and really heal so that you can experience life and really create the life of your freaking dreams and really create a life that is fucking exciting, that you wake up and go, God damn, I love my life. And you're ready, and this resonates with you, and you're ready to go deeper, not shallow. You want to go deep and heal and do the work, the deep work to create that, so you can laugh through life on a regular basis. I want to invite you to join the Laughing Through Life movement, where we're going to heal. We're going to dive deep into the stories and remove them and replace them and reframe them so that you can absolutely laugh through life and create a life that is exciting and have fun on the whole entire journey. The link is below. Click the link. You'll get all the details and you can see if it resonates with you and sign up if it is. All right, I'll talk to you later and see you on the next episode of Laughing Through Life and the Tony freaking Fonte Show.